I know you're hearing a lot of things out there, and you're probably wondering, what do I actually need in this season of heartbreak, of healing? I need to know what are the necessities. Some people say you need a little bit of this, some people say you need a little bit of that, but there are just a few things that you absolutely need in order to get through this season. And I have 5 of them that I will share with you on today. So join me back right after this. Hey sis, welcome to Goodbye Heartbreak, Hello Healing. Are you hurt and confused after a recent breakup? Are you having thoughts like, I can't believe I'm here again. Why wasn't I enough for him? Or I'm never going to get married? Do you find yourself Googling how to get past the breakup or how to heal my broken heart? Do you start your morning feeling like you can finally breathe again, only to fall apart when you see a picture of your ex on social media? Hey sis, I'm Candace. I too was a single Christian woman who was heartbroken but still desired marriage. I too had numerous failed relationships and wished the right man would come along. I wanted closure from past relationships, healing for my heart, and I wanted to feel joy in my life again. But the truth is, I had no idea where to start or how to make any of this happen until I found the secret, partnering with God to heal from heartbreak. In this podcast, you will find tips for moving on after breakups, growing your relationship with God, and preparing for future relationships so that you will heal your heart and be ready to move forward into the life you desire. So turn off those heartbreak songs and turn me up in those earbuds. It's time to heal, sis. Hey sis, and welcome back for another episode. I'm so happy that you are joining me on today, and not just any day, but we are continuing our Move On series. And so I'm super duper excited to continue this series with you and to give you all the things to help you move on after your breakup. So before we get into that, let me ask you, have you subscribed to the podcast? Sis, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit your subscribe button wherever you are listening. And if you have not yet left your 5-star written review, please go to Apple Podcasts and leave it there. It really helps the show, and it helps other women just like you to find the show, okay? And also, don't forget, sis, I have an amazing and incredible heart healing workshop coming up for you really soon, okay? The registration is open. You can go. I have a link in the show notes for you to register right now. But the workshop is called What to Do After a Breakup. So I cannot wait to do that. I was looking at some of the notes going back through and looking at the workbook. And y'all, this is going to be something good. It's going to be good. It's going to be powerful. It is really going to help you to actually move on and tell you what to do after that breakup. How do you process emotions? How do you make a plan? What do I need in this plan? All of the things we are going to go through in this workshop. You do not want to miss it. So go ahead. Again, link is in the show notes. Save your seat today. So today we are talking about 5 essential things that you need to get through your season of heartbreak. Yes, there are so many things. Let me tell you, I read so many books. I watched so many YouTube videos. I was listening to all kinds of stuff. I just really wanted to know. And I heard a lot of things, right, that you can use to help you. And yes, you do have to find what is right for you. But I have 5 things that are essential, sis. They are essential for you to get through this season of heartbreak, okay? To help you on your healing journey. And I want to share them with you right now. So the first thing, you need God. You need God in this healing journey. If you listen to a couple of episodes prior to this one, you heard me say that God is our source of healing. He is your source of healing, which means He's the one who provides it. He uses resources, all types of resources, people and books and other things to actually bring about the healing, but He is the one who actually heals, okay? No one else and nothing else. And so you need Him. You need to be in relationship with Him. You need to be praying and talking to Him. You need God. If you ever expect to experience true healing with true joy and true peace in your life. And I want that for you, sis. I'm telling you, there is absolutely nothing like it because I have experienced it. and I'm so much better for it. His healing power is so magnificent that it is still working in my life today, right? My heartbreak season is over. It's been gone. I'm married now for 6 years, going on 7 years within a couple of months. But his healing power, the things that he did for me in that season, is still working for me today. So you need God. You need God. The second thing you need to make it through this season is a support system. You need to develop who are your people, right? And we're going to talk more about this later on in the series, but you have to have your people. Who are you going to have that's going to support you on this journey? Not somebody who's going to stay in misery with you, but somebody who's going to help lift you up out of this depression and anxiety and hopelessness, the things that you are experiencing, these negative emotions, these toxic thoughts. Like, who's going to help you to get out of that? So you need a good support system. You need to be able to identify who these people are in your life and who's going to actually stand with you, pray for you, encourage you during this season. Number 3, you need a plan/method. Okay, so I know sometimes we feel like healing is just feeling your way in the dark, but it's really not. And so if you get a plan or a specific method, you actually have something to go by. It's like having your own personal roadmap. That is why I do heartbreak coaching, because I try to help women to develop a plan to heal. How are we going to set boundaries? What do you actually need when you're feeling emotional? What are you going to do? Let's identify your triggers. All of these things is like a plan for healing. And if you have a specific method to go with that, then you're absolutely going to make it out of this. Like, nothing is going to be able to stop you. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you're coming to the free live workshop. My Heart Healing Workshop helps you to come up with your plan. Okay, I'm sharing a method with you to help you heal and get out of this season of heartbreak. The fourth thing you need is consistency. This is a big one. I talked about consistency probably a couple of months ago, around the time when I had my 1-year anniversary, because it's one of the things that no matter what you're doing in life, if you're going to do it well and you're going to be successful, you need to be consistent with the plan. You need to be consistent with the method. You need to be consistent with your healing activities. And again, that's something else we're going to talk about in the Heart Healing Workshop. But consistency is key. Now, you have to make sure you have the right things that you're being consistent with, right? Because we can be consistent with the wrong things sometimes. But if you have the right things in place and you're consistently engaging in healing work and consistently getting those negative emotions out, it may not seem like a big deal from day to day, but over time, like a month or 2 months down the road, you're going to notice a big change in your life. You're going to notice a big change in how you feel, even the way that you're seeing the world, the words that you're saying. You are going to notice a change. And so if you do it consistently, you have to be consistent in the work that you're doing, in the healing work. And I know it doesn't sound like healing. I think for a lot of people, healing doesn't sound like work. It sounds like something that just happens, right? Over time. We hear this old cliche that time heals all wounds, but that is a lie. I've said that before. Also, time does not heal wounds. It is what you do with the time that heals the wounds, right? So if you waste the time, then your wound won't be healed. You'll still have this heartbreak weighing on you for years. And I think some of you know that already, because some of you have been dealing with this now for a couple of years, not being able to let go of the ex, not being able to move forward with your life because you haven't done the real work consistently. So if that is you, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to push the workshop, but I am, because I believe that it's going to help you. I'm only pushing it because I believe it's going to help you. And I believe it's going to help you because I hear what you guys are saying, right? When you join a Facebook group, when you send me emails or you DM me on socials, like, I hear what you're saying, which is why I put together the workshop in the first place. So we're going to dig into all these things. This is the reason why I put together this series to help you. I want you to know what you need. And then the fifth thing that you need is the faith that you can do this. So some people are listening and they're saying, this is encouraging and this is fine. And I'm pretty sure there's some people out there doing this, but you don't really believe it's for you. Sis, I'm telling you, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you are. This is for you. As a child of God, as a daughter of the King, this is your birthright. Healing is your birthright. And so I need you to believe that God can do this, that He will do this for you. If you don't believe it, you're not going to see the change. You're not going to see the healing. You're not going to feel better. You're not going to be whole if you don't believe that you can, if you don't believe that God can do it for you. So I need you to build up your faith. And you might be wondering, how do I do that? Get in your word and read about all the amazing things that God did for other people. And then I want you to say, if God did that for them, then He can do this for me. Okay? So build up your faith and know that you can do this. You can do the work and let God do His part. We play a part in our own healing. We have work that we have to do. But once we do the work, we leave the rest up to God. And He takes our little, and man, does He make lasting change and results in our lives. He really does. And again, I speak from experience because He did it for me. And if He did it for me, I am nobody special, okay? He will do it for you. So let's go through the 5 things that you need again. 1, you need God. 2, you need a support system. 3, you need a plan or method. 4, you need consistency. And 5, you need faith that you can do this. Okay? And you can, sis. I really want to encourage you on that last point, the faith that you can do this. And anytime you feel like you can't, you have to overcome that thought and say, but I can. I can. You feel like you can't, but I can. You feel like you can't, but the truth is, I can. Okay? So just tell yourself that. All right. And again, we are touching on so much of this during the Heart Healing Workshop. So if you have not registered, if you have not saved your seat, go ahead, save your seat right now. There is a link in the show notes once again to register. It is completely 100% free. You will also have a chance to win prizes. So I don't want you to miss out on that. All right, sis, I love you and I will talk to you again real soon. Bye. Hey sis, listen, if you have been blessed, changed, or inspired by this podcast in any way, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the #1 way that you can thank me and show support for the show. Also, if this podcast blessed you, don't keep it to yourself. Do a quick share and bless someone else. Please know I am so grateful for each and every one of you, and I would love to hear from you. Come connect with me and other like-minded individuals in my Facebook group called Christian Women Overcoming Heartbreak and Finding Purpose. I can't wait to meet you back here really soon. Until then, remember to love the life you have while you're making it better. Love you, sis.